Today, we're exploring one of the most compassionate and life-restoring angels in all of Scripture. This episode reveals the truth about angels in the Bible, who are sent not for judgment or warfare, but for healing, restoration, and divine guidance. Throughout the Bible, angels appear during moments of crisis, suffering, and transition. Among them is an angel whose very name is associated with healing. That angel is Raphael. His story is one of the most comforting and fascinating angel stories in the Bible. So what does the name Raphael actually mean? In Scripture, names carry deep meaning, authority, and purpose. The name Raphael means God heals. This single phrase reveals his entire divine assignment. The Bible explains angels as servants of God, each appointed with a specific role. Raphael's role isn't warfare like Michael, or proclamation like Gabriel. Raphael's role is restoration. Throughout angelic encounters in Scripture and ancient texts, Raphael appears when healing, physical, emotional, or spiritual, is desperately needed. Raphael is most clearly revealed in the Book of Tobit, an ancient Jewish text preserved in many Christian traditions. In this incredible account, Raphael travels with a young man named Tobiah, disguised in human form. He guides him safely, protects him from grave danger, and ultimately restores his entire family. In Tobit chapter 12, verse 15, he reveals his true identity, saying, "I am Raphael, one of the 7 angels who stand ready and enter before the glory of the Lord." This passage reveals hidden angelic knowledge. There exists an elite group of angels with direct access to God's presence. Raphael's actions demonstrate that angels in Scripture are not distant, untouchable beings. They walk alongside humanity when sent by God. This brings us to the broader topic of angels as healers in the Bible. Healing in Scripture is not limited to miracles performed directly by God alone. Throughout the Bible, angels appear as instruments of divine healing. For example, in the Gospel of John, chapter 5, we read about the pool of Bethsaida. An angel would stir the waters, and the first person to enter after the stirring would be healed of whatever ailment they had. This angelic encounter reminds us that healing flows from God, often through his heavenly messengers. Raphael embodies this very truth. The Bible reveals angels as channels of God's incredible mercy, not as independent healers. They operate solely under divine authority. But Raphael does more than just heal. He guides, protects, and instructs. Throughout the Book of Tobit, Raphael leads Tobiah safely through dangerous territory, protects him from a demonic attack, and ensures the fulfillment of God's plan for his life. This reinforces a powerful truth. Angels in the Bible often guide believers long before the actual healing manifests. Their guidance is part of the healing process itself. This shows us that healing isn't only physical. It's also relational, emotional, and spiritual. One of Raphael's most important works in the story is restoring sight to Tobiah's father, Tobit, who had become blind. In Scripture, blindness often symbolizes spiritual darkness or a lack of understanding. Raphael's healing of Tobit's physical eyes is a powerful picture of God's desire to restore our spiritual sight as well. This angelic encounter reminds us that angels are sent to restore what is broken, but always according to God's perfect timing. The Bible explains angels as ministers of grace, carrying out God's will. So what does the story of Raphael teach believers today? First, all healing ultimately comes from God. Angels are his instruments. Second, our obedience to God's guidance can invite divine help into our lives. Third, God sees our suffering and is moved with compassion. And fourth, angels assist believers according to God's will, not our own demands. Angels in Scripture do not replace our faith, they are meant to strengthen it. Understanding healing angels like Raphael deepens our trust in God's immense compassion and His willingness to intervene in our lives. As we've seen, Raphael the healer reveals the gentler side of angelic ministry. Angels in the Bible are not only warriors and judges, they are restorers, guides, and protectors. Raphael reminds us that God's mercy reaches directly into our human suffering, often through the heavenly beings He sends to help us. If you want to understand more about biblical angels, divine healing, and the guidance revealed in Scripture, continue watching this series. Be sure to watch the full Mystery Angels of the Bible series to explore more incredible angelic encounters, the nature of divine healing, spiritual guidance, and the secrets of heaven revealed in ancient Scripture. Thanks for watching.